Okay,
So
go ahead, Alejandro.
this is part of our new office. We're actually putting this as a podcast place to actually
Mm-hmm.
start recording news, and so this is our banners, obviously, and all of this is going to be for the customer support. So everything that you see
Okay.
here up to
Where's this
here,
located at? Where's this at?
Mexico City,
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
and then
I'll,
this
I'll be flying there soon. To take a look at it myself.
it's worth it. It's worth coming. We'll take care of
Yeah.
you. We'll have fun here. So this is the
Oh,
CTO office.
mm-hmm.
This part here is more actually for the marketing people. This part here, but I'll show you something really cool. Very, very huge security. Now we're gonna monitor 24/7 every transaction done in bancus, and there's a red
Wow.
button that in case something happens, they just hit it, and we just get out of the network so nobody can actually hack us or anything. You know,
Wow.
with success, huge, amazing things come, but also really
Mm-hmm.
bad things come because then everybody starts trying to hack you or scam under your name and all of that. So we're very
Right.
critical in that. Let me show you. This is our this is our main boardroom. You can see here our cards.
Okay.
This is our new POSs that
Mm-hmm.
putting out. This is our box with the cards, how they come now,
Okay.
packaging. But but yes, we're excited. We moved here, I think, around 3 months ago, and now we're concentrating the whole operation
Mm.
here on the technical side. We have around, I would say, 40 offices around the world on logistics of the delivering of the cards. Um,
Okay.
and Monday, we're going to announce a new collaboration we're doing with a big company called Cargo 5999 that they're taking
Mhm.
over the whole logistics. They have operations in 100 countries. So it's like a DHL, more exclusive, and they're taking over all the distribution of the cards.
What's the name of it? The company?
Cargo 5999. I'll send you all the info.
Okay. Okay. Good. So that logistic will help us in the United States and everywhere else, of course.
Yes, yes. And honestly, the only bad thing we've had since we started is that um, it's as bad to not grow than to grow too fast. And we grew too fast, and we starting a couple of months ago. We had some delays on the shipping of the cards, which has been
Okay.
solved right now. But that's part of the growth. But we had, I don't know if you know, guys, this number. I know Derek knows it, but we had 9,000 users first year, and now
Mm-hmm.
we're up to almost 53,000 right now. Um, we have operations right now in 105 countries with testimonials of people from countries I didn't even know it that existed using the cards. So it's really good. It's really good, the growth that we've had.
I was saying, so the card works great. I've been using it in all the ATMs. I mean, all the Home Depots and all that. But I don't have, when I try to use it at the ATM to take cash out, it always says invalid card.
You know, we had a problem, not a problem. We had a complaint that when you use the card, the charge for taking money out was too high, and it was not on us. We don't charge anything. It was just because the ATMs recognize it as an international card. So,
Uh-huh.
for example, they charge up to $7 to take
Oh,
money
wow.
out. Doesn't make sense.
No.
So we're in the process of changing all the beans, all the big numbers, so that when you're in the US or in Europe or wherever you are, it recognizes as a regular card and it will charge you between $1 and $1.50, which is a regular. So we're in the
Yes.
process. I'll let you know because it's almost done, so you can actually try it in the ATMs.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
The other good
So
news, the other good news is that by the end of the month, we're going to have all the cards digitally and tokenized in Google Pay and Apple Pay, and that's
Nice.
a different ball game because you're
Yeah,
delivering,
it's a game changer.
and at 1 o'clock you get the digital card. Uh,
Yes.
and that's going to be crazy. And you can use it immediately with the no contact.
Right.
If you already have the card, there's going to be a button that just says, hey, hit here for free to actually get your tokenized card to upload in the Apple Pay and Google Pay.
Nice. Nice.
So
That's great.
that will change completely.
Now, is the
So
timeline for new cards less than before? It's taking like 3 to 4 weeks. Is it shorter now?
No, yeah, it's around 3 weeks. We're shooting for 3 weeks. We always say a month, just not under delivered, but it's pretty soon. We're doing the last implementations.
Okay, perfect. Okay, good
so
deal.
so Ali, yeah, so Ali, that information you just provided for the new cards, I hope that my cards will be processed to include that. That's coming to
Yes,
me.
yes. They all will include the digital card, so don't worry.
So maybe that's why it's good that they were delayed. Huh?
That delay. Everything comes with a reward. Don't worry.
Yeah, I got you. All right. Okay. All right, so guys, this is Mr. Alejandro, the CEO of Bancus. Again, I told you guys that I was an impromptu call because it's very hard to reach. He's like a moving bullet. Yeah, you catch him when you can. And so he decided to come on the call with a few of us, whoever is here, to kind of talk to us about
Can I?
the.
I have a question.
Let me
Yes.
just finish. Yeah, let me finish.
I have
Yeah.
a. I have a.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Yeah. So as he comes, right, he'll be explaining the tokenizing of the coin that is available, and he sets it up that we can get this coin at a good price before it goes out anywhere else, and the evaluation for the company is going to drive the price of the coin. He's saying possibly before the year ends, it may go from um, 15 15 cents to 39 cents, I believe. So those who come into this space now with that information, I believe that you'll be rewarded greatly when the evaluation takes place in a few months or a few weeks, as he was explained to you. All right, so that's why we're here this moment for that particular information. All right, I'm sorry, go ahead with your question.
Yes. I just received my card maybe about 2 days ago, and it didn't come. It came in a white envelope from a woman. The
Irene.
return address was really
Yeah.
suspect. It wasn't packaged properly. It really didn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. Um,
I
so
Judith, I
it,
am
it just
I understand perfectly. I'll tell you what
yes.
happened. Since the last couple of days or weeks, on the last shipments, um, DHL policies change abruptly. So now we had to send them with no baggage to the US, or not now. Now it's fixed with this new company I told you about. But there was a period of around a month that we didn't want to delay the shipping of the cards. So I apologize because you're right. It didn't came neither nothing similar to the package that you just saw that I showed you. Black box, bancus completely sealed. Um, the inside, it's perfect. It was sent by one of our person that works with us in the U.S. called Irene. That's what it's very suspicious because it wasn't come from Bancus, but guarantee the card works perfect. Just you're right, the shipping was not the right one, and I apologize for that. Just because we didn't want to delay. A lot of the cards were actually got stopped in customs. And actually, Derek has lived that in his own blood because of change of policies. It's already fixed with this new company, and everything is working good. But yes, you're right on that.
Okay. And so bancus is a Mexican company or bank, because that seems
Um,
to be the exchange, MXN, which is the exchange for Mexican
yeah, you will
currency.
see everything. You'll see everything on USDT and everything on USD. The exchange you see, it's because we're very regulated, and we're very regulated in Mexico because it's the number one country in the world of fintech laws. So we decided to come here and get regulated here. We have licenses in Estonia, Lithuania, Switzerland, all those countries, Dubai, the Caribbean. But honestly, they're really good to show, but they're worthless. The Mexican law, the Mexican regulations are very heavy. And we have all regulations, including a regulation called SOFIPO, or a corporation type called SOFIPO, which there's only 36 in the world, and it's just one step underneath AAA regulated bank. The only difference between um, kind of a Bank of America and us is that we can't open savings accounts for the people. So we're very, very regulated, even though you saw that we're completely decentralized, meaning people go in and they don't have to show their ID, their license, their where they live, and all of that, because we really believe in decentralization, but we really believe in regulations too. So we're actually very regulated,
Okay.
but very decentralized. That way, the only person that knows how much money you're actually loading into your card is you. And that is how it should be. You shouldn't be receiving calls saying, hey, where did you get the money to actually upload into your card? So that's the reason. Um,
Okay. Is there any exchange going on when you download USDT? Is there like a Mexican currency exchange or anything like that?
no,
Since it's
I'll tell you, we don't charge
original.
monthly maintenance fee. We don't charge yearly monthly fee. We don't charge when you take money out of the ATM. We don't charge when you use the card, and we don't charge any exchange rate. We only do TRM, and TRM is the date, the exchange rate of the day exactly. So none of that happens. You'll see in the next update we do in the app, depending on the country you are, you can select to see dollars and euros, or dollars and let's say Mexican pesos or dollars, and you will be able to select what you want to be see underneath the USDs.
Okay.
And just for you to
All
know,
right.
it's done in a way that if you're in Europe, you're going to see USD and euros, just for you to understand when they're charging you how much it'll cost you in each of the country individual currencies.
Okay. So in loading the card, there is a fee to load the card.
Yeah, there's only one fee to load the card, which is 4%. 1% goes back to the community in 3 stages. And even at that 4%, it's actually 25 to 30% cheaper than any other cards, because they charge you hidden fees. They'll charge you when you actually use the card on the ATM. They'll charge you when you pass the card on a point of sale, all of that. Um, for example, you use a regular card and you spend $10.30, you'll get charged $10.50. You won't realize it, but if you take good look at it, they charge you for every transaction between 10 and 35 cents.
Okay. Well, but you said 4%, so that's $4 on every 100 that I might convert over, that I might
Yeah,
download.
yeah, but remember that you're not
It's a
paying the
lot.
30% the government is going to charge you when you have to explain where you got the money to spend. So it's one for the other. Yeah, you're paying 4%. You're making 26% that you don't have to pay, because you will have to pay it. Believe me, I had to pay it. No matter what country in the world you are, at some point they'll come back to you and say, "Hey, by the way, Judith, where did you get the $10,000 you spent in your credit card that you didn't report?"
Okay.
So it's a
All
decentralized
right.
card. You can always choose to go one way or the other. Obviously, we think, and not only us, 50,000 users that we have think that 4% is worth it, because you're not reporting anything. You're monetizing your
Right.
crypto TRM, and you're doing it in seconds instead of sending it to the friend of your cousin that will steal your money, because we've done it in the past.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And how long has the bancus card been available? How long have you been
We've
in the
been in the
business of
market
converting currency? I mean,
uh,
USDT.
on a regular basis. I mean, regulated. We've been 2 years in the market. First year we had 9,000 users. This year we're up to 52,000 users up to date.
Hmm.
We're in 105 countries. Number one country where cards are is the US, then South Africa, then Spain, and then the rest of the world. But number one country is the US.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Any other questions, just feel free to let me know.
Alejandro, can you speak to the fact that when we are using our cards, that actually you are the one that is giving us the money first before you even get paid.
Can you repeat? I lost you for a second.
Yeah, so can you explain to us that when we are using our card to get money, the money is coming from you before you even get paid to use the card? I thought that, I
Yeah,
thought,
I'll let you know the Holocaust system so you guys understand, because one of the most important thing is that in bancos we don't touch your money at any given point, and that's for security reasons. I've had some cards that just disappear and I lost my money, so understanding all of that, the process works like this. It doesn't matter where you're sending money from. It can be a decentralized, an exchange, a broker, your own wallet, whatever it is. It actually, once you download the bancus card, the bancus app, um, we work with an exchange called cryptolab, and that exchange opens to you immediately a wallet, but it's an independent wallet. Your wallet is different than mine, and different than Damon, and different than Lean. Everybody has its own wallet. So when you're sending money from outside to actually the bancus wallet, it's not bancus wallet, it's your wallet in cryptolab. Once the money gets there, and you actually want to actually put it into the card, you send 100 USDT. And well, what actually is really happening on the back is you're sending those 100 USDT to CryptoLab, and CryptoLab is actually exchanging it to you and sending you the fiat money into your card. CryptoLab takes around 45 minutes to do that between when they exchange the crypto and actually do the transfer to your card. So instead of that happening, so you don't have to wait, um, Bancus has a bank account with around $3 million, and we're our own liquidity provider. So when you said, I want to load my card in the app and just send the 100 USDT, what really happens, it's an IPI, sends a signal to our bank account saying, hey, Derek has already sent me $100, so please credit him with money in his card. So the money that actually gets into your card is Banco's money, while we wait around 45 minutes for Cryptolat to actually send it to us. So we're upfronting the money, so it takes 1 second instead of 45 minutes. And that's the whole, let's say, internal process that you guys don't see.
Alejandro, real quick question. Um, I currently have my card. I got a card for my wife, but I got multiple accounts, and I wanted to order a card for business purposes. And I tried it, but it won't let me. I already got the app on my phone, but it won't let me set up another account. How do I get around that? Or do I need a separate phone or a
The
computer?
only thing you need to do is in the same app that you have, in the same app, when it asks you for to actually put your email to get in the app, you don't put your email. What you actually do is you actually hit a button that's on the bottom that says, I want to create a new account, and you
Yep.
create a new account. You need another email because since we don't have any of your information,
Right.
the only thing we need to actually attach the card and all the transactions you do to you is that email. So
Right.
you
So I did that, and then when I got down to the referral, when I put my referral code in, it won't accept it.
um let me the referral code you have to put in there is the last 5 digits of your referral code.
Okay. So don't type. So just don't. So I typed in the whole referral. I copied the referral from the app. So
Yeah,
just put in the last 5 digits.
yeah.
no.
Let me actually send you how it looks like. See. But yes, you were doing everything right, except that obviously you didn't know that you have to actually put only. Let me show you an example.
Okay.
For a second. So if you see your referral, it's obviously it says Go Bancos IO
Right.
reference,
That's correct. Yep.
and then you have an equal sign, and then you have
Yep.
2, 4, 6. Then you have 8 digits between numbers and letters. That is the one you have to put in there, and that's perfect. It'll
So the 8 digits are the last five. The whole eight or the
the last eight, the last eight.
last eight. Hold on. Okay.
And let me send Derek a copy, because if you go where you get your referral fee, you'll see two things. One says, this is your referral link, and the other one says, this is your referral code. So you
Got
just
it.
the referral code, but you'll see it on the app. I just sent it to Derek, so I can send it to you. Getting back to Judith's question, we've been in the market for 2 years. The company right now has 52,000 users. We're in 105 countries. Company has zero debt, zero. We finance everything. My partner and I have financed everything. Before we started this, just to give you a little feedback on us, um, I'm actually from Costa Rica. We went into crypto 2016. We were, for 4 years, the biggest mining company in Latin America. We had 14,000 Baikal G, Baikal B giant machines doing mining in 2016 to 2019, where it was really good to do mining because there was not a lot of people mining. 2019, we were the first Latin America company to went public into the Canadian Stock Exchange. So I understand completely regulations. We went out with a company we had called Access Blockchain, which is currently still public in the Canadian Stock Exchange. I think under a different name. It was sold several times. We sold the whole company in 2019, and we moved to Colombia to actually put a small office, but we stayed there for 5 years. We went out after that and get a lot of licenses and regulations, like I was telling you, and we ended up in Mexico because it's the number one regulation country, at least in um, all the eastern side, all the west side of the planet. So we got all our regulations from here. And even though we're very regulated, we love decentralization. So everything is 100% decentralized too. Um, so we started by creating the company as a completely decentralized and 100% tokenized company. Tokenization of real world asset is the next big thing. We did this 2 years ago, but still today, it's the number one growing niche into everything that has to do with technology. All the first banks in the world, you can Google that, they have their own tokenization patents. We tokenize bancus, meaning the real owner of 100% of the share of bancus are the 300 million tokens we created when we started. So when they did bancus, we created 300 million tokens that are actually the owners of the 100% of the bancus shares, which own the technology, the licenses, all our assets, our office that I just showed you, everything. It's actually owned by the 300 million tokens. We didn't go out and sell the tokens when we started because we didn't need the money. After the third month, we were completely positive cash flow with the cards. So we didn't have to go out and sell any tokens, even though it's 100% tokenized. But when we created Bancus, it's actually the Bank of Us. That's how we created. And being the Bank of Us, we have gotten in the last 3 months a lot of emails from our 50,000 users saying, hey, I'm making 1% on the residual income of the card loading. I'm making 35% on every card I sell. But if you really are decentralized and you're really a tokenized project, why can't I buy a token? So after a lot of reading that, we decided to go out and sell tokens. We're not an ICO. We're not a crowdfunding. This is a real company with 50,000 users and cards around the world that just wants to give our community the opportunity to actually own a part of Bancos. Um, Derek knows this was around 3 months ago. We got an offer for $60 million buyout of Bancos after our due diligence. We said no because we don't want one customer or one client that owns the company and give us 60 million. We was actually 60 million users that each one buys a token or several tokens and co-owns us. So we created these based on um, a real world asset token. And I'll tell you the difference between a regular token and a real world asset token. A regular token is it's usually the price of that token is moved by the hype of the community. For example, you buy one token at $1, the community jumps in with hypes and emotion, goes the token 10x in 2 weeks, and it's at $10. And when we are ready to sell, the owner of the token sells all the actual tokens, and immediately the price goes to one or to zero. And everybody's stuck with a token that's worth nothing, and the owners go to live to Dubai with their millions. That's usually what happens when you have a regular token. And a regular token, that's it's the price of that token, it's only moved by the hype of that community, which is not bad. It's just how it works. Now, a real world asset token, the price is really determined and can only change based on the valuation of the assets that are behind that real world asset. So in the case of bancus, um, when we started bancus, the valuation we got from a third party was $30 million. And based on those $30 million, we created 300 million tokens, each one at 10 cents. And that's where the $30 million came back, are backing it up. When we were up to 9,000 users, we actually asked for a new valuation. New valuation was 48 million. So the price went up to 16 cents because you get 48 million divided by 300 million tokens. It'll give you the valuation of 16 cents. Now, it is important that you understand where this valuation comes from, because it comes from directly from a financial or mathematical thing. So, and if you want to write it down, you can, but I'll send it to you anyway. Today we have 52,000 users. The average load of each card, it's $865 per month. That's the average load customers do. There's customers in India that only load $20 a month. There's customers in Dubai that load $300,000 a month. So the average load, it's $865. Of those $865, bancus makes roughly 3% on the loading of that card. So each individual, more or less, give us a net profit per person of around $26. So when you get $26 per person and multiply it by 52,000 users, they'll give you our net profit per month, which actually gives you, when you multiply by 12, the net profit per year, and that gives us our valuation. So the valuation is based on the real number of people that is helping us and that is using our card. And based in all of that is the valuation of the company. Now, with the valuation of the company, you just have to divide the valuation of the company divided by the number of actual tokens that are available, which is 300 million, and that will give you the price of the token. So today, even though the price of the token is 16 cents, it's very low because we haven't showed the new valuation that we're getting in the next, I would say, 45 days. And with that new valuation, the real price of the token should go between 35 and 39 cents, depending on the valuation. So our goal today is actually bring as many people in the community and position them with tokens so they can actually make that difference between the price of the token today and the new price of the token that it's going up. So based on that is that we're very excited that a lot of people is actually taking a look at us and buying tokens just because they want to be part of co-owning the bank with us, that it's a real world asset that has something backing it up, that the price can go lower than the actual valuation of the assets behind the token. So we're very excited because even at 16 cents that the price is today, and at 15 cents that it's what we're selling, I believe we're undervaluing the company at even half just because of the numbers we have today. It's not on speculation, it's not on demand and supply, it's just on the real appreciation of the asset that we have. But that's it. We're currently doing everything Web3. People go into the bancus back office, attach their wallet, and they can buy the tokens there without us. And there's a really good compensation plan of 10 levels. So there's people making huge amount of money just by referring people to buy the tokens with their links. Compensation plan is 10 levels down. We give back 25% of the actual purchase price. And in the first level, we give people 5% of bancus tokens as an extra. Because we know that people need money to live every day, and that's why we the commission pay in USDT, so you can actually have day-to-day money. But we throw in 5% tokens to the first level, just because we want people to have more tokens to actually keep them and use them for when the price comes up. But roughly that's it. We're in a, let's say, friends and family sale right now. We're gonna open it only to the people that have cards or is part of the community. In around 45 days, we'll open it to everybody else. And next trimester of next year, we're gonna be actually going into the exchanges so that all the millions of people that really want to be part of a digital bank that's already created can buy the tokens. But more or less, that's what we're doing now. We're focusing on the selling of the cards to create community, and in the selling of the tokens that are real world assets to actually get the feeling of belonging of the community because they really own or co-own bancos with us. So on a nutshell, that's the explanation of the tokens.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, Alejandro. So you mentioned that when you go out to the world and like a Binance or so to get the token, at that point, anybody that's getting the token that's not already a part of bankers, would they need to get a card or no?
Yeah, they'll need to get a card and then to buy it. So we're guaranteeing a lot of users on the card. That
Mm,
guarantees a lot of new customer that actually loads and makes up the price of the token because we have more customers. By the way, every time somebody buys a token, 25% goes actually to the compensation plan, and 75% goes to one wallet, which is a treasury wallet, to actually help the token grow. So 100% of the money of the sales goes to one wallet to create more synergies and more things to the company. My partner and me are making zero money. Our money is in the long term of actually having tokens that actually will be worth, in our mind, around $3.33 by December of next year with 350,000 users, just with the math formula that I told you.
oh, and obviously this is going to be in a smart contract, right? Verified and audited.
Everything is in a smart contract. You don't even need me. You go into the blockchain and you can verify every transaction